God cares about your health, not just your soul, not just your heart, but your entire being. The body you wake up in every morning, He made that on purpose. And what you do with it matters to Him. Before we get into this life-changing message, take a moment to like this video, subscribe if you're new, and drop a comment below. Your support doesn't just help the channel, it helps the mission. Every like pushes this message further. Every comment becomes part of something bigger than us. We're not just creating content, we're building a movement. So show love, stay connected, and let's keep growing together. Now let's get into it. We live in a world that separates everything. It separates the physical from the spiritual, the body from the soul, the sacred from the ordinary. But God doesn't operate like that. He sees it all. He cares about it all. He doesn't just want your worship on Sundays. He wants your health on Mondays. He wants your peace on Wednesdays. He wants your joy on Friday nights when nobody's watching. In this video, we're going deep. Why your health is a spiritual issue, why your physical body matters to God, and how honoring your health is a form of worship. Let's break down why your well-being is not just a self-care project, it's a divine assignment. The body you're in? It's not an accident. It's not just a vessel that doesn't matter. It's not just temporary flesh you have to suffer through until heaven. Your body is sacred. Your body is a temple. God didn't place your soul in a body as punishment. He did it so you could carry out your purpose on this earth. To walk in love, to speak truth, to serve, to build, to create, to move through the world with impact. And you can't do any of that if your health is falling apart, mentally, physically, or emotionally. God doesn't just want your obedience, He wants your wholeness. Most of us were raised in survival. Eat what you can, sleep when you're dead, push through pain. Keep going even when your soul is crumbling. And even in church, we're sometimes told to ignore the body, like it's a distraction. But God created the body. He breathed life into it. He didn't separate the physical from the holy. He wove them together. Your body is where your spirit lives. It's where your calling gets walked out. It's where healing takes place. It's where peace is felt. It's where your testimony is carried. Why would God ignore what He so intentionally formed? He doesn't. Let's talk about this. We put more care into our cars, our phones, and our outfits than we do into our bodies sometimes. We ignore pain. We dismiss fatigue. We poison ourselves with things we know are killing us. Food, substances, habits, toxic thoughts. But you wouldn't pour garbage on an altar. You wouldn't disrespect something holy on purpose. So why treat your body like it doesn't deserve respect? Your body is the temple, not the decoration, not the afterthought, not the part you fix when it's broken. It's the house of God. The way you feed it, move it, rest it, protect it. It all reflects how much you honor what God gave you. God cares about your health because He created you on purpose. He placed your spirit in your body for a reason. He wants you to carry out your calling with strength, not sickness. He wants you to be free from addiction, not stuck in it. He wants you clear-minded, not clouded with shame or guilt. He wants your life to be abundant, not barely surviving. Every time you honor your health, you honor His creation. It's not about vanity, it's about vessel stewardship. And when you feel better physically, you think clearer spiritually. You pray deeper. You serve better. You walk bolder. Your health is not separate from your faith. It's evidence of it. Let me tell you something real. There was a season where I was pouring into everyone, except me. I prayed hard. I served hard. I worked hard, but I didn't eat well. I didn't sleep. I didn't stretch. I ignored the signs. And I kept pushing because I was doing God's work. But then I broke down, physically, mentally, emotionally. And God whispered something that changed my life. I didn't ask you to destroy yourself in my name. That's when I realized honoring my health wasn't a luxury. It was obedience. You don't need a hospital visit to know you've been running on empty. Here are some signs God might be nudging you to take your health seriously. You're always exhausted, even after rest. You get headaches or stomach aches when you're stressed. You're anxious and can't focus. You're emotionally reactive. You feel spiritually distant but physically overstimulated. You use food, substances, or entertainment to cope. You've stopped treating your body like it matters. These are not just symptoms. They're spiritual alarms. They're God saying, come back. I want you whole. You don't have to go extreme. You don't need a 10-step program. You just need awareness and intention. Start here. Pray before you eat. Invite God into what you put into your body. Stretch in the morning. Let your first movement be a reminder. This body belongs to God. Hydrate. Drink water like you deserve to feel alive. Go outside. God made creation not just for beauty, but for healing. Get sleep. God gives rest to those He loves. Receive it. Move joyfully. Dance, walk, run, sweat. Not to punish your body, but to celebrate it. Speak kindly to yourself. Stop cursing what God called good. This is worship. This is alignment. This is wealth. The kind that doesn't fade. There are things God wants to do through you, but He needs you present. He needs you energized. He needs you clear. You can't pour out from an empty cup. You can't minister when you're miserable. You can't walk in your purpose when your body is breaking down from neglect. Your calling requires care. And self-care isn't selfish. It's preparation. It's what equips you to keep going. God doesn't just care that you finish the race. He cares how you run it. Let me leave you with this. God cares about your health because you matter to Him. Stress isn't just in your head. It's not just a fast heartbeat or a tight chest. It's not just feeling overwhelmed or needing a nap. Stress changes you. It weakens you. And if you're not careful, it begins to steal your peace, hijack your purpose, and slowly wear down your soul. So today, I want to talk about what stress really does. Not just to your body, but to your spirit, your connection with God, your vision, your heart. Because you can't heal what you keep calling normal. Stress isn't normal. It's just common. We live in a world that praises being busy, that celebrates exhaustion, that glorifies the grind. But just because it's common doesn't mean it's healthy. We've normalized feeling anxious every morning. We've normalized sleeping with racing thoughts. We've normalized living in survival mode. And it's slowly killing our joy, from the inside out. Stress is like spiritual rust. It doesn't destroy you instantly, but over time it corrodes your peace, your patience, your presence. Stress starts in the mind, but it doesn't stay there. Stress might start as a thought, but it doesn't stay in your thoughts. It spreads. It tightens your muscles. It shortens your breath. It clouds your clarity. It makes you snappy, impatient, and numb. But deeper than all that, it hardens your heart. You stop feeling joy. You stop seeing beauty. You stop praying. Not because you don't believe, but because you're too tired to believe. That's what stress does. It doesn't just exhaust your body, it drains your spirit. What chronic stress does to the soul. Chronic stress rewires how you think. You start expecting bad news. You start preparing for disappointment before it even shows up. You stop dreaming, you stop hoping. Your soul, once full of vision, wonder, and light, begins to feel dim, heavy, disconnected. You might still smile, still show up, but inside, you're barely holding on. This is how stress robs people silently. Not with a scream, but with a slow, quiet fade. The spiritual side of stress. Let's go deeper. There's a spiritual side to stress that nobody talks about. When you live in constant pressure, you stop hearing God clearly, not because He stopped speaking, but because your inner world is too loud to notice. Stress drowns out divine whispers. It rushes past divine timing. It keeps you reactive instead of reflective. You're not just stressed. You're spiritually disconnected. That's why you feel far from God. That's why you can't focus when you pray. That's why even worship feels like another task. Stress turns sacred moments into mental checklists, and that's not how your soul was meant to live. Stress tricks you into believing you have to handle it all. One of the biggest lies stress tells is this: it's all on you, so you carry it all. All the pressure, all the problems, all the people. You stop asking for help. You stop leaning on God. You say, "I've got it," but deep down, you don't. Stress isolates you. It makes you feel like asking for rest is weakness, like slowing down means falling behind, like you're failing if you're not always fixing something. But here's the truth. You were never meant to carry it all. The way stress changes your identity. If you live in stress too long, you start identifying with it. You become the strong one, the busy one, the dependable one, the person who never complains. But behind the role, you're unraveling. You forget what peace even feels like. You can't remember the last time you laughed freely. You can't tell where your true self ends and the mask begins. Stress convinces you to perform, to protect, to pretend. But God didn't create you to live like that. He created you to be whole. How to recognize soul-level stress. Here are some signs your soul is stressed, not just your schedule. You feel distant from God, even when you pray. You feel numb when you used to feel passion. You can't focus on anything for long. You get easily annoyed at people you love. You feel like you're just getting through the day. You've stopped dreaming, hoping, or expecting good things. You're always tired, even when you rest. If that sounds like you, this isn't just burnout. This is a soul crying for stillness, a heart begging for space, and you can return to peace. How to heal what stress has damaged. So how do you begin to undo what stress has done? You start by slowing down, not just physically, but spiritually. Breathe with intention. Inhale peace, exhale tension. Be still with God. No music, no noise, just presence. Speak what hurts. Stop holding it all in, sleep on purpose. Let your body reset. Create space to feel again. Joy, grief, everything. Release the pressure to be everything. You're already enough. Surrender what's not yours to carry. Give it back to God, and most of all, let go of the lie that your value comes from performance. You are loved, even when you're resting. Stress doesn't have the final word. God does so. If you've been living in stress, let this be your moment to breathe again, to return to yourself, to return to stillness, to return to God. This is seeing unlimited greatness. And this was your reminder that stress doesn't define your story. Peace does. Presence does. God does. Your soul was never designed to live in chaos. It was made to rest, to worship, to breathe freely. And from this day forward, you don't let stress rule your life. You let peace take over. If you'd like to support the channel and help us keep pushing forward, there are links in the description where you can donate. Every contribution helps us reach more people, do more good, and keep this mission alive. There's also a store down below where you can grab something for yourself, or even better, a gift for someone you care about. It's a simple way to spread love and let someone know they matter. We're all just trying to grow, to become better, to rise above the noise and step into who we're really meant to be. And I truly believe change is possible, the kind of change that creates a ripple effect and helps others see the beauty still left in this world. This channel is about real growth, real transformation, and I'm here to give you a front row seat to what that looks like. Raw, honest, and grounded in purpose. God is within all of us, and my goal is simple: to reflect that light as clearly and powerfully as I can, for you and for the world around us.